Hello guys, I am V Sai Srinivas of 9th class from Mathman. So today I am going to explain today's editorial. So let's get started. So today our editorial's name is Getting Back on Track. In times that call for deft stewardship of the economy, this year's budget is a starting point. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman made a brave effort to make good use of the lessons learned from the unprecedented global health crisis and ensuing economic setback to put life and livelihoods back on track. There is greater spending on healthcare and some fiscal push to undergird the struggling demand in the pandemic hit economy. But this is no transformative budget that lives up to the heightened expectations of a very population waiting for manna from the government. A lot more could have been done to address the chronic underinvestment in India's public health infrastructure by appreciably raising expenditure. The Union Budget for 2021 and 2022 presented to Parliament on Monday instead reveals an estimated health outlay of 74,602 crore, almost 10% lower than the revised estimate of 82,445 crore earmarked for health spending in the current fiscal year. The minister, however, has claimed a 137% increase in the budgetary outlay on health and well-being by including a one-time expenditure of 35,000 crore set aside for the COVID-19 vaccination program and 60,030 crore budgeted for the Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation, as well as the Finance Commission grants for both water and sanitation and health totaling to almost 50,000 crore, which is so a large amount. While it is an inarguable fact that the availability of vaccines ensuring universal access to safe drinking water and proper sanitation and adequate nutrition are all key in determining a population's well-being. An abiding thrust on creating and maintaining a sizably more extensive public health infrastructure needed a substantially higher outlay on the standalone head. In fact, the economic survey had eloquently made the case for providing a massive boost to health spending, which it reasons would serve as a direct means to raising overall economic output by reducing the economic burden of illness. To her credit, the minister did announce that the government intends to introduce a new centrally sponsored scheme, PM Atmanirbhar Swasth Bharat Yojana, to develop primary, secondary, and tertiary care capacities over the next 6 years at the estimated cost of 64,180 crores. How exactly this scheme pans out in terms of strengthening the beleaguered public health infrastructure in the remote and far-flung corners could well determine how prepared India is for next unforeseen health emergency. A sizable fixed stimulus to reinvigorate consumption demand could have gone a long way in completing the recovery. While the revised estimates for the current financial project a fiscal deficit of 9.5% of GDP on account of expenditure, surging to 34 8.50 lakh crore. The minister has optioned for a mere 33,000 crore increase in the overall expenditure outlay in her budget estimates for the next fiscal. Here again, she has pointed to the 5.54 lakh crore set aside for capital expenditure to contain a 34.5 increase in outlay over the current year's budget estimate. Far from being an expansionary budget, Ms. Sitaraman has option to contain overall spending so as to rein in the fiscal deficit to 6.8% in the coming fiscal itself. The country cannot afford a premature scalism down of fiscal support at the time of rising inequality. So, guys, every one of us know that why India was so affected by the pandemic is that its medical infrastructure was not very good, and also many people and their livelihoods were not good. So, in this year, Mrs. Nirmala Sitaraman made made and presented a budget for 2021 and 22. So she made some modifications because if India will ever get hit by another pandemic such as now, some things which might be noted now might be helpful in the near future. So those modifications include increasing budget over the health infrastructure, and also they are going to introduce a new scheme called as the PM Atmanirbhar Swasth Bharat Yojana. So under this scheme they will be developing the health infrastructure. So the primary, secondary and tertiary infrastructure will be developed. So they had an estimated health outlay or total of about 74,602 crore. So the meeting was held on Monday. What they estimated was 82,445 crore, but it is 10% less. So this total will be used to develop the health infrastructure. So they increased 137% in the budget for health outlay because the health infrastructure is not so good. So it might boost up the health infrastructure, and if another pandemic such as the COVID-19 might be faced by India, this time India might able to withhold it and decrease the financial loss and etc. So they kept aside 35,000 crore rupees for the COVID-19 vaccination program, while 60,030 crore rupees is budgeted to the water and drinking water and sanitation department. So many people don't even have water to drink, and everyone is afraid that if they drink the water here they might get infected because some other person might have drank it. And sanitation is that the streets and etc are not so clean, so even that might be a reason why the diseases might transmit more. So if they issue more like this, then it could help the government. So they also granted more money for the water and sanitation programs, and the total amount which is going to be required to that is 50,000 crores. So, if the vaccines are available to the people, then they will not be afraid and they will get access to pure drinking water, and also each one of them could get proper nutrition in their diet and they could be healthy. So, these factors are the main reason or the key to have a well being in the population. And so, to develop the infrastructure of the India, more money is needed than expected because the present infrastructure of India is not so good, and the outlay or the total amount required for this is not yet estimated. So, the government has conducted an economic survey. So, from that survey, they got valuable information which provide a massive boost to health spending. So, if if that is done, it could rise the output for all the economic sectors, and also it will also reduce the economic burden or financial burden on India or all other states of the illness. So if the number of cases decrease, then there is no reason to be afraid and everyone would go to their job, and gradually the loss could be covered. So the minister also announced that, as I said, a new program, and they are going to implement that program anytime in the next 6 years, and it is going to cost about 64,180 crores for that program. So the main aim of this program is to strengthen out the public health infrastructure, and also in such places where the health facilities are very less. So they will use this in places where the health infrastructure is bad. So in some remote places where the traveling is more, and also some places which are at the corners of the country, this program is going to help because in those places the availability of hospitals are very less, and this would help it. So the reason why they are doing is this: if the health infrastructure is very strong, then India might be prepared to face any other pandemic such as this, and this time the loss can be decreased. So the current financial year, the fiscal deficit of this current financial year is about 9.5% of the GDP of the expenditure on these goods. So the total amount is about 34.50 lakh crores. So the ministry has chosen to increase the overall expenditure total by 33,000 crores. So the budget is increasing this year as the needs of the people. She also pointed out that 5.5 lakh crore will be saved for capital expenditure, or investing in companies and etc. And also such as to increase the total income. So they if we observe, there has been a 34.5 increase in the total amount of money or budget for the current year financial year. The current year's estimate is 35 lakh crores. So The budget has been expanded this year. Mrs. Sitaraman has chosen to sustain all the overall spending so that the fiscal deficit might be controlled to 6.8% in the upcoming years and also this year itself. India couldn't do a mistake in such kind of things because if done it could cost many problems and also so much money. So India can't afford or have a before scales down of the fiscal support at the time of rising inequality. So the livelihoods of many people are being affected now. So it is good if wrong steps are not taken in such times. So that's it guys. Thank you.